Hey, what's up, Stringalings? Today we're going to be taking a look at some of the tones available on the Enya Inspire. Let's check it out. A little while ago, I was given the opportunity to partner with Enya Music, and they've sent me a couple of guitars. You've seen the demos. The links to those videos are down in the description. Both the Enya Sonic and the Enya Inspire. These are smart guitars. They've got built-in speakers, and they've got all of the effects built into the instrument itself. It has an on-off switch that will also allow you to scroll through the different available tone settings. And the Inspire also has an available foot switch, which connects via Bluetooth to the guitar. A lot of really cool features on these guitars. This one happens to have a 15-watt speaker built in. It sounds great. It's a really great jamming instrument, and it's actually a really fun instrument to play. It's a really nice, comfortable instrument. It is a carbon fiber instrument, but it is 100% not a toy. I'm going to tell you that straight up. Now, one of the questions that's come up a few times is how adaptable are the tones that are built in? Can you use it like a regular guitar? Can you edit things in the app? And the answer to all of those things is yes, yes, and yes. You can use this like a regular guitar. Itchy here. You can use this like a regular guitar. Once it's plugged in, the pickups take over. They do their job. So if you don't have the guitar turned on, it just functions like a standard electric guitar. You can run this into your pedal board. You can do whatever you want. If you've got the effects bank switched on, it switches on the computer in the guitar itself, and now you're using the built-in effects bank, and that's what we're going to be taking a look at today. So I'm going to be cutting to a screen that is just the app, so you can see how the guitar functions. The Enya Sonic works pretty much the same way. It's a different set of tones, but still just as adaptable. Does not have an available foot switch as far as I know. That might be changing shortly. I'm not going to use the foot switch today. I'm only going to be using the manual controls on the app so you can see how it edits. From there, we'll take you through all the different things that are built in and kind of some of the things you can do to shape your own sound. So that's what we're going to take a look at. So let's jump down to the desktop. Okay, now we're down on the phone. This is on my Android. It's a Galaxy S22 if you want to know. And we're going to be running the Enya Inspire directly into my interface and into Reaper. So it's just running like a regular guitar, except that the guitar is turned on. So we're going to be looking at the internal effects bank as it's installed on the Enya Inspire. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to click the Enya app. Okay, and then we're going to connect the right instrument. So we're going to go to E-Guitar and then select the purple because that's the one I have. So this, if you have different instruments, will allow you to pick, which one of these you've got. There's also the Sonic, which is the other one that I have, but we'll look at that one maybe in a future video. So the Enya Inspire, we are on the purple one. We're going to connect. It's going to take a second to find it. And there we are. So now we've got the presets, okay? And you can see along the top here, right? There are presets for clean, overdrive, distortion, and high gain. These are the ones that are built in. So if you were to tap on the button on the front of the guitar, which I'll do right now, you see it changes there. So the clean preset is called Soft Cry. The overdrive, standing, the distortion, which I happen to really like, and then the high gain, which is sort of more your lead tone. Okay, so looking just at the clean, these are the 4 presets that are included. So you can click on these and save, and they will save to the guitar function. So if I am on this clean channel here, which is the green selection on the guitar, and I switch to waves and then I save it, that will be the one that comes up on that setting. Okay, and this one just has some chorus added. Okay, old time is a little bit different, a little bit more modulation and echo and breath. has a tremolo added. Okay, looking at the overdrive channel, standing is just a straight up overdrive. You can hear a little bit of room delay. Texas has added some of that chorus. Whisper, a little bit more delay to it. So you can hear a little bit of sizzle. It's because it's a digital effect, right? And don't worry too much about that. Once you're in a mix, those things kind of blend out a little bit. It's all down to taste. As I said, you can use this as a guitar through whatever pedal or amp rig you want, or you can use this as a creative tool just as it is. And then Tower has that. You can hear the tremolo on the hiss, right? Okay, and then back to the standard. So if I go back to the clean, you'll see we're still on breath. So we'll go back to soft cry just for the standard. Go to the distortion channel. Vocation still has that room reverb. Train, again, add a little bit more body to it. Talking, there's our one with the chorus. And then this is Dream Room. There again is the tremolo. Okay, and finally the high gain. The default setting, real, has that delay on it. Which I like. I think it's got a really nice punch to it. Times, a little bit more thickness. Blood sounds very aggressive. That's where they add the chorus. And then overall is a straight up hard heavy distortion. This one does have some reverb on it. Okay, so in answer to the kind folks who commented, you can't play metal on it because it doesn't have a very heavy distortion. It does. Okay, it's in there. You've just got to actually do the homework. Excuse me. Now, I just want to look down here, down the column on the left, just so you can see some of the other functions of the app. There's the mixer. This allows you to mix all the different aspects of it. The guitar volume, that's the master volume. On-the-go volume is the volume output from the USB if you're going into an on-the-go kind of mixing situation. Bluetooth is when you've got Bluetooth signal for music coming into the guitar. Speaker volume is obviously the overall speaker volume. Monitor volume, that's what's coming through the headphones if you are using headphones with it. My headphones are coming off of my interface right now, so that doesn't apply. And then the line out, which is, to be honest, not 100% sure what that one's for because we've exhausted all of them. But anyway, that doesn't really matter because when you're using it through the front speaker or you're using it through the output jack, this is the sound you're getting, right? And so built in here is the amp simulator. It has a cabinet simulator. It's just straight up sounding like a full guitar rig built into this one unit. And we're getting a little bit heavier, thicker sound than we did on the original demo because we're not just using the onboard speaker. We're using the full system straight into the recording software. So that's what that's for. If we go down to tools, this is where you have the foot switch control. So right now it's disconnected, but you can assign whatever you want to the 4 different switches. That allows you to basically have, like I said, your 4 settings for your little mini pedal board. If you're gigging, you can absolutely gig with this setup. So as long as they're both charged, again, I don't have the foot switch operating. I'm only using the manual operations here. Okay, on the settings, we can set when you want it to automatically shut down. it's always good to check for the firmware update. I'm not going to do that now because I do have a current firmware, so we're all good. The factory reset, if you feel like you've buggered something up to the point where you just can't get it back, the factory reset will put everything back to exactly where it was when we open the app. I haven't done any modifications to this, so we are on the factory reset right now. Okay, so we're going to go back to the presets, and here you can see we're on Soft Cry. This is the first clean tone in the setup, and that's what it is. This would be reflected if I tap onto the next one, Waves, which has some chorus, and then Old Time, which has added a little bit of delay, and finally Breath, which has that tremolo added. Now, if I wanted to edit this, if I wanted to change this, I would just tap on Edit. You can see it gives me 2 amp options. Why is that one off? I don't know. The heck has happened here? So let's try that again. Really what we want to see is how the effects work. So down here you can see it's got reverb, and I just have to flick that and it's gone. Add the delay. If I want to edit that, it's right there. See? Get rid of that, put the reverb back on. If I want to add some noise reduction, modulation, I can. It's chorus by default, also has a tremolo, and a vibrato, which is a little bit more aggressive. A little bit more aggressive. If I go back, it'll ask me if I want to save up here. I do want to cancel the changes because I don't want that to stick around. But you can see we have all those options on all the other ones. If I go to the high gain channel, again, some people have said, oh, you can't play metal on this thing. There we are on this overall channel. Here we're going to hit the edit button. Okay, and I'm actually going to just adjust this a little bit. So we can take the equalizer and we can adjust that. Okay, it's getting really high gain now. So I'm actually going to turn the preamp down on the amp itself. Maybe you want to take that presence back because it's a little too ice picky. Sounds like it needs more bass, so we'll add some bass. So you get the idea, right? You can do all of this, and I'm actually going to show you really quickly. If I go down to my settings, to a factory reset, and it will, boop, just takes a second, and we're right back to where we were. And that's it. It's pretty cool. So that is the app for the Enya Inspire. As you can see, the app controls all of their available instruments, and we just walked through how to connect to the Inspire, how to set your tones, how to use them with the foot switch if you wanted to do that, but of course how you can set everything up so that they're switchable directly on the guitar itself or within the app, depending on how quickly you need to change tones. Let me know what you think. I think it sounds pretty good. I mean, we're talking about digital effects built into a smart guitar environment. I'm going straight into the DAW with this, so we're not trying any of the on-the-go kind of USB plug-in stuff, and we're not using it in a guitar context. I might do that one of these days too, just play it through a regular pedal board. But for this kind of like plug and play, on the go, ready to jam kind of instrument, you've got all of these options available. So you can basically set up a pedal board of 4 effects, right? Which is, for a lot of people, that's plenty. I mean, I've played in a number of bands where you're just going like clean overdrive, maybe something with a crunch, and then like your lead tones. So you can kind of mix and match these any way you want. You don't even have to have 4 different channels. You can have 4 different types of clean tones plugged into this if you wanted to do that. So there's a lot of available options. The only thing that I would like to see in the next iteration of the app would be a tuner. So if we're going to be using this as a controller of some kind, I'd like to see a tuner available. That's maybe just being a little bit nitpicky, but there isn't one on the foot switch, there isn't one on the guitar, so you've either got to have a clip-on tuner or be prepared to tune on the fly or whatever. I think if you're going to have the app option, have a tuner available just to make those quick adjustments. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this. If you like this content, remember to visit the links down in the description. Join the newsletter, join the channel as a member. That helps out a lot. And in the meantime, keep an eye out for more of these demos, more content coming your way, and I will see you guys again really soon.